Hello and welcome to this tutorial where we will be designing the handle part for our skills project, which will be 3D printed, and we're going to be using Onshape. Once you've created your own Onshape account, which you'll have done in the previous video, you will then need to head to your home page. Now, the handle we're going to be doing is going to look something like this, and it will be 3D printed. If you click on the Onshape top left just there, it'll bring you to your home page. And this is where it stores all the parts that you've been designing. So we need to go to create and we need to go to document, and we'll call this 3D print handle, and it will load up our workspace. Right, the first thing we need to do is create a sketch. It's a two-dimensional sketch, and I'm going to click sketch, and I need to select one of these three work planes to sketch on. So I'm going to sketch on the front plane, so I'm going to click on the front plane. Now, as it's two-dimensional, I want to look at this from a two-dimensional view, so I'm going to use this navigation cube here, and I'm just going to click on the front, and now I'm drawing two-dimensionally. It's really easy for me to see my two-dimensional drawings. Now, I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to start with a circle, and I'm going to hover over the central node. It will go orange, so I know I'm connecting to it, and I'm going to draw this. This wants to be 45 millimeters diameter. So I'm going to one left click, and it gives me the opportunity to specify the diameter. So I'm going to type in 45, and you'll notice that value changing, and I've drawn a circle at 45 millimeters diameter. Now I need to put some grips on this, so whilst I'm still in the circle tool, I'm going to hover over that there, and I've attached another circle to both the axes at the top and the axis where it meets the circle, that intersection there. And this wants to be, let's go for 7. Let's go for 7. So I'm going to left click once. I'm going to specify my size of 7 and click return. Now, once I've done that, I want to repeat this. So this is quite a clever tool. So I'm going to escape the circle tool, and I'm going to select the circle now, and I'm going to do this transform tool and go for circular pattern. It's selected my node as my central axis, and it's specified 3 repeats. But what I can do, if I hover over repeat, I can change that, and I could change that value. You can do it to whatever one you need, to 8 repeats. And I'm going to select left click and move away from it. So I've now got those 8 circles. The next tool we're going to use is the trim tool to remove the material we don't want. So I'm going to trim there, 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 and there. And just nibbling away the bits that I don't want. And then I'm going to click my little green tick, the check there, the Americans called it, to confirm my sketch. Now, that's a two-dimensional sketch, but what I want to do is look at it three-dimensionally. So I'm going to go back to this other navigation cube and click isometric. And I'm then going to turn this from a two-dimensional sketch into a three-dimensional solid. So I'm going to click the extrude tool. I'm going to select that part there, and I want to extrude this through 7. And I'm going to click the tick to confirm it, and I've selected that as my solid now. Okay. The next thing we want to do, I'm going to click on the front, and I want to, well, actually, in fact, let's go for the isometric again. And I'm going to click on my sketch, and I want to draw a sketch now on this front face. And I'm going to go to the front, and I'm going to zoom in, and here I want to draw a polygon. So I've selected a polygon. It's a 6-sided polygon, and I'm going to have it like that there, and it wants to be 6 sides, and that will be that there. Now, the polygon wants to be 8 millimeters in extreme dimensions, so I'm going to use the dimension tool here. I've selected it, clicking that point and that point. I'm going to drag a dimension away from it and click 8, and it's sized it down to 8 millimeters. And I'm now going to confirm that. I'm going to isometric, and I'm going to use the extrude tool now to Now instead of using the extrude tool to add material, I'm going to use it to remove. So going over to here, click remove, and it's already worked out that I can remove it from there. And I'm going to change my value to 3.5, and I'm going to click the return there. So that is the space for our hexagonal headed bolt to fit through it. We then need to put a hole in here, so I'm going to create another sketch, and I've just selected that inside face of that hexagonal shaped hole, and I'm going to click front, so I'm zooming in there, and I'm going to draw a circle on my central node again, and the dimension of this wants to be 4.5, and I'm going to click the tick, and I'm going to just move away from it. And again, I want to use the extrude tool. I'm going to select that circle. And again, I don't want to add material. I want to remove material. So I'm going to push it away. And again, if this is 7mm, we've gone in 3.5 already. Go another 3.5. And I'm going to click my little... I've forgotten. I realised there that I'm going to delete that and start again. I added material rather than taking away. So again, let's start again. Click the extrude tool, select that there, and push it the other way. Select remove and type in 3.5 and click the tick. And if you notice there, it's put a hole in there. Okay, so now we've done that, what I'd like us to do is soften these edges a bit. So we're going to use the fillet tool. So I've got fillet there, top left, select my radius. I'm going to keep the radius value at 1.5, and I'm just going to work my way around those corners there, just on the outside. And click the tick, and you'll notice that I've softened those edges there using the fillet tool. Now, finally, what we might want to do as well is we might want to personalize this. So I'm going to start a new sketch on this front face here. Selected that face, and I'm looking at it front on, and I'm going to use the text tool, and I'm going to drag a box there, and I'm going to put a T there, and I'm going to make it bold, and click my tick, and add a T there, and I have another text box just here with an select bold and A. Click there. I'm going to just squeeze that in a bit. Okay, I'm going to just have another look at that T there. So I'm going to just put the T back in there. And just select bold and T, T and the A. So now we've got that, I'm going to look at it from an isometric view that I'm just happy with it. And what we can then do is use the extrude tool, select the T and the A. Now you can either add material to the face or take it away. I'm going to just subtly take it away and just go for a remove of just 1.5, so it's got just a shallow T and an A in there. And if I zoom around now, we've now got that personalised with a T and an A in there. Okay, so hopefully you've been working along and you have something similar.